Good morning, students. Welcome to the class of Technomathematics. So today we have taken few questions, the simple questions from class 10 examination, which can come, or actually these have been come into the previous examinations. Okay, I thought to discuss with you into the class today. So let us take the first question, where AB and CD are the two tangents. These are the two tangents of the two circles of unequal radii intersect each other at a point P. So AB and CD are the two tangents to the two circles and intersecting each other at P. So if you will say which of the following relations will be valid, okay, which of the following are correct? AP equal to BP, AP equal to CD, AP equal to DP, or CP equal to DP. So I hope you remember into one of the live sessions I have discussed such question. Okay, if the point of intersection is P, we can consider P as an external point, and from P the length towards C, this one, and length towards A, this one will be equal, right? These lengths, right? Similarly, from P, lengths toward D and lengths towards B will be equal, right? So we can write PA equal to PC, which is valid for this circle, right? Because the tangent drawn from an external point to a circle to the same circle are equal in length. So if you look towards from P towards left, this will be valid, and from P, if you look towards right, then this circle will be there, and we can say the tangents from the same circle to the circle in the right, that is having the tangent PD and PB, right? So we can write PB equal to PD. Why I am writing in this sequence? Because we can see PA and PB can be added, and this is acting as a straight line, right? So when you add it, LHS and RHS, right, you will get PA plus PB. This is equal to AB, and into the RHS PC plus PD, you will get CD. So which option will be correct out of these four? Option number AB equal to CD. This is option number B, right? Now we have taken another question from the sample paper, okay, where a sector is given to you, okay. The sector is looking like this, and the angle of the sector is 40°, right? So, and the length of this radius of which this circle is a part, the smaller one, is 7 centimeter, and the bigger radii is 14 centimeter, right? Now in the given figure, the perimeter of the shaded area, that means if this is the shaded area given to you, right, then what will be the perimeter of this shaded area? Let us say this is P S as given into the question. This is O, the center, and this is Q, and this is R. Then what is the perimeter of the circle of the shaded area PSRQ? Perimeter of PSRQ, this shaded area that we need to find, right? So my dear friend, you can see there are two sectors. One is a sector with radius OR and another is with radius OS, right? So to find the shaded area, what we can do, my dear friends, that simply, you know the formula, theta equal to L by R, right? So this will be the length of the arc which will be covering QR. So if you say the perimeter of PSRQ, it will be the length of PS, this one, PS plus SR, this one, SR, plus you reach to R, after that R to Q, this length, right, plus RQ, and when you reach, this is covered now, this is covered, now you are at point Q, and from here to P, this one. So it will be Q2P, right? Here you know SR can be calculated because the bigger radius is 14 and a smaller is 7. So 14 minus 7 will be 7. So SR is nothing but 7. I mean to say this length, right? This is 7. Similarly, PQ is also calculated as 7. How? If this is OQ is the radius, because OR is the same radius, that is 14. So 14 minus this 7, OP, because OP, the radius of OP and the OP, OS, all these are part of the same circle, you can see. Okay, so this radius will be equal to this one, right? Now from here we can see that yes, this will be, if this is 14, if this is 14, this is 7, then 14 minus 7 will be equal to 7, right? So we can say that PQ, this one, or QP, and SR, this one, is 7, right? So we can write perimeter of PSRQ is nothing but PS plus 7 plus RQ plus 7. I am saying for all these four, right? This will cover the perimeter of the given shaded area, right? So here we can see PS. PS is, we know the formula theta equal to L by R. We know theta equal to L by R, where L is the length of the arc and R is the radius, right? We will be using the same formula over here. So PS is basically the length of the arc of this circle, right? So we can say that PS can be calculated as theta, just convert it into radian, because you know the formula, this will be equal to pi by 180, if you remember, right? Pi by 180 will be multiplied, that's then only we can calculate the length of the arc. So just multiply pi by 180, because pi will be the radian and 180 will be in the degree, right? So theta will be this much actually. So using this formula, this theta is here, multiplied it with r to get the length of arc, right? So when r will be multiplied for this a smaller circle, the radius will be 7, right? So it will be like this. So this will be the length of PS, right? This will be the length of PS. Similarly, move ahead, little more. This will be the length of PS. Now plus 7, just add 14 over here simply. Okay, so this will be covered and this is covered. What is the length of RQ? RQ is this one. So if you can see, RQ is a part of this some bigger circle. Okay, you can see the bigger circle, and the radius of this is nothing but 14, right? So it will be following the same formula, theta equal to L by R. So the length of arc will be equal to theta into R, theta into R. So what is theta? Theta will be same 40 degree. So that will be as we did into the first part. So it will be 40 degree into pi by 180, right? This is theta multiplied with R, and the radius for the bigger one is, you can see, 14. So multiply it with 14. So just solve it to get your answer, and this will be the perimeter of the shaded area. Okay, this will be the perimeter. Now when you can just simply solve it, it's not a very tough calculation, right? So the third question which can be taken for today discussion is that to show that PQR is an equilateral triangle, to show that PQR is an equilateral triangle, what we can do, my dear friends, to show PQR as an equilateral triangle, a circle is given to you, right? A circle is given to you, and from this circle, O is the center, and this is extending like this to the point P. P is an external point. Let us say they are meeting over here. and this one. Now the question is that in the given figure, PO and PR are two tangents. PO, no, O is there into the center. PQ and PR are two tangents. These are the two tangents, right? This one and this one are the two tangents, right? So from here, it's given that angle QPR, this angle is given to you as 60 degree, right? This is 60 degree. Now we need to prove that triangle PQR. This need to prove what? Triangle PQR is equilateral, right? So to prove triangle PQR is equilateral, we can see this angle is given as 60 degree. That means if this is a triangle PQR, in triangle PQR, angle P plus angle Q plus angle R. I mean to say all these three angles which are the part of this triangle. Okay, the sum of all those angles will be equal to 180 degree, right? This all will be equal to 180 degree. I am considering this angle P, this angle Q, and this angle R, right? So when you add all these three angles, I'm just saying for the triangle PQR only these angles, okay? Not angle Q, that means don't go for this entire angle, okay? I'm just saying this part, and this part. All this will be adding to 180 degree, and this is given to you as 60 degree. Then the sum of angle Q plus angle R, or we can say angle PQR plus RQP. So it can be written as 120 degree, right? So that means Q plus R is, this one is 120 degree, isn't it? If this is 120 degree and angle P is given to you as 60 degree, then it will be coming as 180. That means Q and R, sum of angle Q and R is 120 degree. That is confirmed, right? So we can write it over here that angle Q plus angle R equal to 120 degree, right? This will be the relation which will be bringing our answer. How? Because Q and R, the sum of Q and R is 120 degree, but angle Q will be equal to angle R, because these are the angles opposite to the equal sides, equal tangents of this triangle, right? So we can say that tangents which is acting as a side in this triangle, right? So that's why angle Q equal to R. If angle Q and R both are same, then we can say that angle Q will be equal to angle R, which is equal to 120 by 2, which is equal to 60 degree. So you can see angle Q is 60, angle R is 60, and angle P is already 60 degree, this one. So isn't it a equilateral triangle, right? So this is proved. In this way we can show this. You can just mention the steps into the examination, my dear friends. Okay. Now going forward, I want to take another question. Maybe maybe yeah, in the given figure, first of all a single alphabet is selected at random from the word probability. So you know the spelling of probability, okay? So from this, a single, let me zoom a little. Yeah, I think it's little better now, right? So from this letter, a single alphabet is picked randomly. A single alphabet is picked randomly, right? Then what is the probability of getting a vowel, right? So the probability of getting a vowel when a single alphabet is picked randomly, so it can be any alphabet when picked randomly. It can be P, it can be R, it can be O, you know, it can be O, it can be B, right? It can be A, because these are showing you random pick, Random pick is not picture, my dear friend. Pick is you're just picking, just picking it out, one of the alphabet, right? So what is the probability of getting a vowel? Probability of getting a vowel. So to find the answer, my dear friends, you need to understand what are the vowels into this probability letter. Okay. So hi Ansh Khari, hello. So will you tell me the answer that I send you a question? Answer that I send you a question. Okay. We will see that question. Okay. Actually just I'm going through the chat, my dear Ansh Khari. Okay. Let me go through. Okay. Sure, sure. After this, please. Okay. So what is the probability of getting a vowel? So here you can see the number of the vowels into this into the word probability. You can see here O. O is a vowel, isn't it? A, E, I, O, U. If you remember, O is a vowel over here. After that, A is a vowel, right? After that, this I is also a vowel, and after that, this I is also a vowel. So how many vowels over here? Total vowels, total vowels are 4 into this probability, isn't it? If there are total 4, then probability to find the probability of any event which is favorable. So what is the favorable condition over here? It should be vowel, right? So the number of count of that favorable condition should be into the numerator divided by the total. So what will be the total? The total will be 1 2, because a single alphabet is picked. Okay, so how many total alphabets? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Oh, 11 is there. So into the denominator, the total count will be there, isn't it? If you remember the formula of probability, the number of favorable outcomes should be into the numerator divided by total. So favorable outcomes will be the count of the vowel from this. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. These 4 are only for the vowels O, A, I, right? So it will be like this. 4 will be coming into the numerator, the favorable count divided by the total 11. So our answer is 4 by 11, my dear friend. Okay. So let us coming to the question. Find the area of a major segment. Okay. Let me read out the question. Going to the question of Ans Khari. Find the area of a major segment in terms of pi of a circle in a radius of radius 5 cm formed by a chord subtending an angle of 90 degree at the center. Okay. Find the area of the major segment. So first of all, your question, I'm taking your question. Okay. A circle is there, right? And there are two segments, minor segment and major segment. Okay, so you are saying if this is a minor segment, the major segment will be the upper one, isn't it? Right? Now from here, let me read out your question. Anskhari, find the area of major segment. So this area need to be found, right? This is major and this is minor. This understanding I'm assuming we are having, right? Definitely, we are in the nearby examination, so we can. Okay, this is not an unexpected demand, right? Find the area of the major segment in terms of pi. So this area need to be found in terms of pi. That's fine. Okay, let me read out the question. Of radius 5 centimeter formed by a chord subtending an angle of 90 degree at the center. So let me say like this. This is the 5 centimeter chord. 5 centimeter of radius, right? This is the center, let us say O. So this will also be equal to radius and it will be 5. And in your question it's given that formed by a chord subtending an angle of 90 degree at the center, right? So you are saying like this. If I didn't misinterpreted it, this is the question. 4 by 11, your answer is right. That we have already did it, so that's okay. It's okay. So I'm reading out your question. Okay, you are saying find the area of a major segment in terms of pi of a circle of radius 5 centimeter, right? Formed by a chord subtending an angle of 90 degree at the center. Is it like this? If it is like this, then you can see the area, the major segment and minor segment. These are the two parts. Okay. So if this is 90 degree, if this is 90 degree, you are saying, right? Then area of this entire section can be calculated. Okay. This will be the area of your major segment, right? So here you can see, this. Okay, you are confirming, right? Fine. So the area of the major segment over here consists of two parts, one triangle and one is this sector, isn't it? Tell me. One is this triangle, and another is this one, major sector, right? So we can do one thing, my dear friend over here Anskhari. We can do one thing. Area of this triangle, right, can be considered plus area of the sector. Which sector? Sector which covers this angle. What is this angle? If this angle is 90, then definitely that other angle will be 360 minus 90, which is equal to, tell me, 360 minus 90. That is equal to 270, right? This is equal to 270 degree, right? So this will be equal to 270. So it will, area of the sector, you know the formula, theta by 360 into pi r square. It will be equal to 270. Yes, you are right. 270 by 360 into pi into, in terms of pi you are about to find. So leave pi as it is, right? Into r square. R will be the same, 5. So it will be 5 square, right? 5 square. 5 square, right? So this will be the area of the sector only. Okay, but in this you need to add the area of the triangle also. Okay, so what is the area of this triangle? This one. You are saying this is a right angle triangle, so simply half into base into height, half into base. You can consider this 5 as a base or any one of these as a base, and another will be the height, right? So half into 5 into 5. When you just solve it, you will get answer. Just leave this pi as it is. Okay, you will get something plus some pi, like this. So this will be the area of major sector in terms of pi, right, my dear friend? So I think we can solve it like this, or you can try, right? Thank you so much. Let me go to the next question, Anskari. I think I solved your question. Anyway, for any query you can just put up into the comment. Yeah, thank you. So let me take up another question for today into the revision class or sample, whatever you can say. So I am taking maybe we can take this question. In the given figure, DE is parallel to BC. So a triangle is given to you. Okay, a triangle is given to you like this. Okay, a triangle is given to you, and DE is parallel to BC. So A, B, C, right? So here it's given that DE is a line which is parallel to BC. This is given over here. DE is parallel to BC. I'm using this symbol for parallel, right? So here, yes, thank you. So in the given figure, D is parallel to BC using basic proportionality theorem, using the BPT, basic proportionality theorem. I think this is already remembered. Okay, we can say that we need to prove that AB by DB, AB by DB, this need to prove AB by DB is equal to AC by EC. I think it's very easy, you can solve it, isn't it? Can anyone solve this question? Right? This is very simple because this is a basic proportionality theorem. That means the line given DE is parallel to BC. This line is parallel to this one. If this is parallel to this one, then as per the basic proportionality theorem, we can say that the ratio in which this line divides the other the two sides of the circle AB and BC will be equal. That means DE will be dividing the two parts AB and AC into the ratio. Which ratio? That ratio will be the same for the other side also. I mean to say that as per the basic proportionality, we can write that by BPT AD, this one, by DB will be equal to AE, this one AE by EC, right? This can be written, right? But you can see it's AB into the numerator, AB. That means DB need to be added with AD. So what we can do, we can add 1 into the LHS and 1 into the RHS, right? So this will give you, you can see here, let me bring a little down, yeah. When you take the LCM, dB will be here, and into the numerator we have AD plus dB, isn't it? Because dB will be the LCM and 1 is added, so nothing there into the denominator of 1. So dB will be multiplied with that, and here we have into the numerator this AD plus dB, right? Similarly, here it will become AE plus EC into the numerator divided by EC, and AD plus DB is nothing but AB. So we can write, yes, AB by DB is equal to AC by EC. Isn't this the same thing which was about to be proved, right? So in this way we can see this question can be solved, my dear friend, right? There is another good question which I thought to bring it over here. It's given that find the value of theta if 1 by sec theta minus 1 minus, so let me take it like this. The question to you which can be taken for today, the next question is, the question is that 1 by sec theta minus 1 by sec theta minus 1 minus 1 by sec theta plus 1, right? You have a doubt. Jans, go ahead. In between we are solving this question. 1 by sec theta minus 1 by sec theta plus 1 equal to 2 by 3. Oh, let me squeeze a little, or we can shift this, is equal to 2 by 3, right? Where theta is the angle whose value lies between 90 degree, is less than equal to 90 degree, but it's greater than and equal to 0 degree, right? This is the question. Okay, find the value of theta over here if this is given to you. So this, in this question we can see, we can simply solve this part, the LHS, and equate the value to the RHS to get the value of theta, because here question is that theta is equal to what? This is the question to us, right? So we can do one thing, just simplify this one, take the denominator LCMs, right? Yeah, once you are writing area of the sector will not plus with area of triangle, because in the triangle, yes, the major area of the sector, area of the triangle will not plus with area. It has, because it has, area of the sector will minus with the area of the triangle. Yes, 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 yes. So, no, no, let me go to your question again. Okay, let me go to your question. This was the question, right? This was the question. Okay, this is the sector, complete circle. Okay, if you are going to above calculate the area of the segment, then definitely, my dear friend, this will be the segment. The upper segment will be the major one, and this is the minor one. In this question, you have asked that what is the area of the major sector. So major sector will be definitely area of the major segment you asked. So area of the major segment will be the this bigger sector plus area of this triangle. Okay, this will be added, my dear friend. Okay, if you are saying you are about to find the area of the, no, 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 no. For the major segment, you need to understand what is the concept of segment. A segment is that part of the circle which is just divided or bifurcated by a chord. Okay, so let us say if this is the chord, right, then here this is the minor segment which is seen in blank. Okay, and this is the major one. Okay, here what we did, we find the area of this bigger sector and then added the area of the triangle, then only you can get the area of the major sector, right? So it, you can just cross check, please. Okay. So going on to the next question. Okay, what we have already taken it up. So this was the question: 1 by sec theta minus 1 minus 1 by sec theta plus 1 equal to 2 by 3, right? So what we can do, we can simply take the LHS and solve it. In the LHS, what we have, 1 by sec theta minus 1, 1 by sec theta plus 1. So just do it. Sec theta minus 1, take the LCM, and sec theta plus 1 will be multiplied into the denominator as an LCM, and we have sec theta plus 1 minus times sec theta minus 1, right? And this will be equal to, you can see, sec theta and sec theta will be cancelled, right? And we have minus minus plus. So 1 plus 1 by here into the denominator, it will be a minus b into a plus b. So it will be Hans Curry. Yes, yes, sure, why not? Definitely. Great. You are a very interactive guy, and I really happy to interact with you, you peoples, my dear friends, because you are keeping your questions and the session as a live. Okay, and your questions will definitely take taken care by, and this will give you good understanding when I'm explaining those questions. I think this will be helpful to the others also. So Anskhari under dash O4E. So thanks for bringing your doubts. So here you can see sec will be cancelled, and into the numerator we have 1 plus 1 divided by sec theta minus 1 sec theta plus 1 into the form of a minus b into a plus b. It will be a square minus b square. So we can write it sec square theta minus 1, isn't it? Tell me. So this will be coming as equal to 2 by sec square theta minus 1, right? But if you remember a formula, sec square theta minus tan square theta, the value of this was 1, right? So by dear Bayans, so here we can say sec square theta minus 1 will be equal to tan square theta, isn't it? Sec square theta minus 1 will be equal to tan square theta. So from here we can write 2 by sec square theta as 2 by tan square theta, and this is equal to your RHS 2 by 3. You can just compare this. Okay, when you equate it with RHS, right, it will be equal to 2 by 3, right? So here you can see 2 and 2 will be cancelled out, and we have tan square theta is equal to 3, right? Cross multiply, tan square theta is equal to 3, and when you take a square root into both sides of the equations, right, just to find out the value, right? We need to find the value of the theta, mind it here. So we'll get the value of tan theta. So tan theta is coming as root 3, because when you take out one of the tan theta from out of this root, this will be coming as tan theta. So tan theta is coming as root 3. You can see tan theta is coming as root 3. And when tan theta will be root 3? It will be at 60 degree, isn't it? Because if you remember 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree, for tan, right? If you remember, tan of 0 was 0, tan 30 was 1 by root 3, tan 45 was 1, tan 60 is root 3, and tan 90 is infinity, right? So if you remember all these values, then you can see, yes, when is tan is root 3? So it's equal to root 3 at 60 degree over here. This is 60. So what is the value of theta which we have calculated? This is equal to 60 degree. And in this way you can show this explanation and your answer will be correct, right? So my dear friend, we can see such questions can come to you. Okay, so into the sample paper we have such questions for the standard maths paper, right? If you want, I can take few more questions. Okay, let me take up this question. Mm, so this is also a good question which I thought to be. Okay. You know the questions of LCM and LCM, right? So we can see that the question is that three containers of 54 liters, three containers of 54 liter, and another is 84 liter. So don't see the container as per the scale. Okay, please forgive me for this. So this can be wrong in the size, but try to understand the content only. So it's 108 liter, 84 liter, and 54 liter. Three containers. These are the containers, right? The question is that find the measurement of the largest cup that can measure the milk of the above containers exactly, right? So container size for exact measurement is what? This is the question to you. This is the question to you. Okay, so my dear friend, in this question we can see we have to find, in such questions just simply understand we need to find the HCF, highest common factor, because that common factor will be the size of the container or the common size which will be using to measure all these three volumes, right? So simply take the HCF. So HCF of 54, HCF of 84 and HCF of 108 can be taken, okay, out of these three. So first find the factors, right? First find the factors. When you find the factors from 2, it will be 27, 27, yes. After 3, 9 times, and 3, 3 times, right? And for 84, you can see 2, 42, 2, 21, then 3, then 7, right? For 108, it will be 2, 5 times, 2, 4, 2, 2 times, 7, then 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So if you find the SCF, you know the steps of SCF, you just simply write the factors of 54 as 2, 3, 3, 3, right? Simply arrange it over here, 2 into 3 into 3 into 3, right? If you see the factors of 84, you can write it as 2, 2, 3, 7. So 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. And if you write the factors of 108, 108, it will be 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. You can see 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, right? And just see the common things into this. You can see 1, 2 can be taken from all of these three. 1, 2 can be taken from all of these three factors of 54, 84 and 108. So the SCF will be equal to these two. If you see another factor which is coming as common, you can see that 3 is also there here. 3 3 3. So this can be taken as common, and we can multiply this over here, right? Anything more is common? Yes, another 3 is there, but this 3 is not coming into the factor of 84, so we will not take. So simply only these two terms will be take. These two factors are common from the factors of 54, 84, and 108 liters of containers. So this is 2 into 3, so which is coming as 6 liter. So 6 liter will be the size of the container which will be used for the exact measurement of these three volumes. Okay. So I think with this, I think we discussed good number of questions today, and I think it will be helpful for your preparations, readiness for the examinations. And let us connect into the next session. See you again into the next class. Bye bye. Take care, my dear friends. See you. Happy learning.